Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Throwing right away is Dart. He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Dart going to throw here on second down. He'll find his rookie wide out from Texas. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
Here we go.
On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Out of a gun, here comes Dart. Open man downfield, that's Neighbors. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get 24 on that one. First down, Giants.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Let's go.
Give up the middle for Mitchell. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. First and 10. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today.
Ready up. 60 Eagle. 19 Lion.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield.
Pickup brings up second and 12.
18 cards.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case,
to the pylon, he's in. Keaton Mitchell. Touchdown, Giants.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. start this on the ground with blue. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. A run once more with blue. And will bring this up to the 48-yard line. And that's a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Now screen set up for Blue. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Blue now on the zone read. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
This is Blue. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and you're able to force them down for a loss.
3rd and 6. To throw is Nix. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from 34 yards. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Now an opening past the 30. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
You know, Mike, for a lot of guys in the league, the best way to make an impact as a rookie is through special teams. And anytime you can make yourself valuable, find a way to contribute, you do it. And that was a heck of a return right there.
Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Savon Revel. And the Cowboys are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
I think this is one of those interceptions, Mike, that when the ball left his hand, he simply just didn't even see the corner. And now they're playing what they call cover 3. So that corner, he's responsible for the deep outside third of the field. And he's just playing in space, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he just threw it right to him.
Now it's Dobbins. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
The ball's at the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They'll throw. It's Nix. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. On the handoff, Blue. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple. And it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's complete to Blue. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the Cowboys' first down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion. Here's Dobbins. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Nix. Huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Brooklyn.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy. They're following a long return like that. And then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
Patterson now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants are on top. It's 14-10.
14. Cowboys 10.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where he'll set up shop. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll go play action with Nix. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And this ball will be down on the other side of midfield. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Miller now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. To the air on second down. Dart. That one incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
It is third and long. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. Is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
In punt formation for the Giants. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Throw it here on first down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Hit as he threw. The pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is third and 10. Here's Nix to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down.
25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Marvion Overshow in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing, dart. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
3rd and long, and Dart is going to throw. Going up top. That is hard. And he will take this one in. 86 yards. Touchdown, Giants. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
18-yard line.
A first down throw for Nix. That's caught by Lamb. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first down. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw is Nix. That one swung out to Blue.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 4. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's going to gain a 3. But a short yard situation coming up on 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Throwing. Nix. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And they will finally run him down. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. I had a defender draped all over. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
3rd and 10.
Ready. Ready. Return.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft, but I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the ground, it's the tight end. And they bring him down to none until he gets the 45-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Dart. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Mitchell. Not much happening there. Just a short game.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Ready up!
From the 43, here's second and 9.
65-6.
Quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's first and 10.
18 Cardinal. Take over.
We see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. A modest game, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 21-yard line.
They'll go again with Mitchell. And he nearly got 3. But as it is, a gain of 6. It sets up third down.
Brings up third down.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Let's go.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line to the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready?
On first and 10, here is Dart. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
All right, right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
A run here with Mitchell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Trying to keep a drive alive, going to have to convert on 3rd and 9.
Tag. At the 60. At the 60.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Giants are going to open up a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready. 180.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, it's no secret what's happening here, Mike. They need points, and they need points quick. The best way to get them is through the deep ball. But obviously, the defense is prepared for it. So, again, they're going to continue to play deep, force you to throw the ball underneath, and make you go the long way.
Second down. Nix. To the left side. He's got Tolbert. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Almost set. Captain, ready. Chill.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. These two moving the chains themselves. A gain of 14 and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
second now. It's next. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Abdul Carter getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down. Working out of the gun. It's next. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really in a fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down. Nick's gonna throw for it. That's gonna be caught. He'll get it inside the 20. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. Now, first and goal.
Captain. Chill.
They'll drop to throw. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier. And
that is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
All right, so the Cowboys set to go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll throw. It's Nick's. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grasp. The collision brought it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. The touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll run it over center with Mitchell. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Set. Half the 60.
Tracy looking to run. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout, and will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
70 Lions.
They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. This will not do the trick. They've stopped them behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. So now, pressure situation for Riley Patterson. This to make it a 2-possession lead. Could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Devontae Turpin on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. That's complete to Blue. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down. Here's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Oh, my son! Ready! Ready, ready!
To throw is Nix. That's caught by Tolbert right side. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Cowboys.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Cowboys.
Joe. Oh, my son! Ready!
Now Nick's going to look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
15 more yards. That's another Cowboys 1st down. A gain of 13 yards.
Nick's going to throw it here on 1st down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants will take over at their own 14-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.